Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Notification Podcast, your go to source for all of this week's new book releases. Today, we're diving into the exciting lineup of books coming out during the week of February 10th to February 16th. It's a huge week with over 350 new books being released, so many that we can't possibly cover them all here. From captivating fiction to insightful nonfiction, there's something for every reader. To make sure you don't miss a single release, visit booknotification.com to explore the full list of this week's new books. You can also follow your favorite authors so you'll be the first to know when their next book is available. As always, we have 10 books to highlight releasing this week. Let's get into it. The Queens of Crime is a standalone novel by New York Times bestselling author Marie Benedict about five of the greatest women writers of all time solving a real life murder. In 1930s London, five renowned women crime writers, Dorothy Sayers, Agatha Christie, Nio Marsh, Marjorie Allingham, and Baroness Emma Ortsey, form a secret society, the Queens of Crime, to challenge their second-class status in the male-dominated detection club. Their mission becomes personal when they set out to solve the real-life murder of May Daniels, a young nurse found strangled in a French park under mysterious circumstances. With baffling clues including excessive blood at the crime scene and an incriminating letter, the case mirrors the intricate plots of their own novels. As the women delve deeper into the high profile investigation, they realize their collective strength, but the stakes rise when the killer targets Sayers, threatening to expose a buried secret from her past. Inspired by a true event in Sayers' life, Marie Benedict's novel explores the determination of these trailblazing authors to gain respect in a world that underestimates them, all while unraveling a mystery as compelling as the ones they write. The Queens of Crime will be released on February 11th. The Cat Lady Chronicles series by Helen Harper begins with Waifs and Strays. Kit McCafferty leads a quiet, cat-filled life in the magical city of Coldstream, straddling the border of Scotland and England. Seen as eccentric but harmless, she spends her days caring for her five cats and the local strays. But when a teenage werewolf seeks shelter in a vacant flat, Kit is drawn into the dangerous world of shapeshifter politics. Though she knows better than to get involved, something about the boy compels her to help. Before long, Kit is entangled in a web of crime and dark magic, but she is far more than just a cat lady. She has secrets of her own. As she navigates the chaos, it becomes clear that underestimating her would be a grave mistake. Waifs and Strays, the first in a new urban fantasy crime series, promises mystery, adventure, and plenty of cats, with a heroine who will keep readers hooked late into the night. Waifs and Strays will be delivered on February 10th. For fans of murder mysteries, we have Little Red Death, a new standalone novel by A.K. Benedict. Detective Inspector Lila Rondell is hunting a killer like no other, one who crafts their murders after classic fairy tales. Dubbed the Grim Reaper murders by the press, each crime is more twisted than the last, turning beloved stories into nightmares. With a few leads and a growing body count, Lila is desperate to crack the case before the next tale is written in blood. But as she digs deeper, she uncovers a shocking truth, one that ties the killer's path directly to her own past. Forced to question everything she thought was real, Lila must rewrite her own story if she hopes to bring the murderer to justice. Once Upon a Time has never been this deadly. Little Red Death will be available on February 13th. The acclaimed author of The Kindest Lie, Nancy Johnson, is back with her highly anticipated People of Means. Spanning two pivotal eras, People of Means follows Frida Gilroy and her daughter Tulip as they navigate the fight for justice and equality. In 1959, Frida arrives at Fisk University with high hopes, only to be confronted by the harsh realities of the Jim Crow South. Torn between two men, one safe, one radical, she must choose how she's willing to sacrifice for the civil rights movement. Decades later, in 1992 Chicago, Tulip faces her own struggles as a rising PR professional battling workplace racism. The Rodney King trial verdict reignites her passion for activism, but when a bold career move backfires, she must decide how far she'll go for her beliefs. Richly imagined and deeply moving, People of Means explores the enduring fight for racial justice, personal ambition, and the unbreakable bonds of family. People of Means hits shelves on February 11th. Get the Kleenex ready before reading the heartbreaking and unforgettable Remember, I Love You by Claudia Carroll. In the heart of Dublin, grief brings together a group of strangers searching for comfort and connection. Recently widowed Luke is struggling to raise his 6-year-old daughter. Connie longs for one more conversation with her late mother, and teenage twins Alex and Lucy silently mourn their father. Each of them aches for a sign, something to bridge the gap between love and loss. As they find solace in the warm embrace of the Leeson Street Cafe, friendship and laughter help them heal. But when an unexpected figure enters their lives, offering the possibility of reconnecting with those they've lost, they must decide if they're ready to believe. Heartbreaking, yet uplifting, this unforgettable story reminds us that love never truly leaves. It just finds new ways to be heard. Remember I Love You will release on February 12th. A new psychological thriller comes our way this week with Lorna Dounaeva's The Perfect Daughter. At an Easter barbecue, the festive atmosphere is shattered by a shocking announcement. Cassie, a teenage girl, has gone missing. The news of her disappearance casts a shadow over the gathering, leaving an unshakable sense of dread. Cassie's mother, Jackie, is filled with suspicion, her gaze scanning the guests for answers. Instead of calling the police, she chooses to confront those present, convinced that someone knows what happened. As she settles in, it becomes clear Jackie won't leave until she uncovers the truth. The Perfect Daughter will be delivered on February 14th. Hayley Summers' Between Us series begins with When the Town Whispers, a heartwarming tale of second chances, unexpected love, and the power of healing. Yvonne arrives in the picturesque town of Diamond Cove, hoping for a fresh start and inspired by childhood memories. But instead of the charming escape she envisioned, she finds a town drowning in rumors, with its once thriving murder mystery theater in shambles. Drawn to the town's cozy charm, she rekindles an old passion by opening a jewelry shop, only to find herself entangled with Lance, the theater's enigmatic owner, who is the subject of relentless whispers about his wife's disappearance. Determined to drive Yvonne away, Lance offers an impossible deal. Help him restore the theater, and she can keep her shop. But as they clash, an undeniable attraction grows between them, forcing both to confront their pasts. With secrets lurking beneath Diamond Cove's beauty, Yvonne must decide if she can rebuild more than just a business, perhaps even a future. When the Town Whispers will be available on February 15th. This week's nonfiction pick is You Didn't Hear This From Me, Mostly True Notes on Gossip by Kelsey McKinney. Born from the success of her hit podcast, Normal Gossip, Kelsey McKinney's You Didn't Hear This From Me dives deep into the complexities of gossip, why we crave it, how it shapes our culture, and when it turns dangerous. As the pandemic forced social interactions to shift, McKinney found herself missing the thrill of juicy stories shared among friends, leading her to critically examine gossip's role in everyday life. With wit and insight, she explores why gossip is often condemned, how it fuels our obsession with celebrity lives, and what it reveals about our search for truth. More than just a critique, the book embraces gossip's irresistible charm, reminding readers of the joy in whispered secrets, while challenging them to rethink its power. You Didn't Hear This From Me will be released on February 11th. Fans of horror may be interested in Smiling Corpses by Blair Daniels, a chilling collection of 3 twisted novellas. The first of the novellas, In a Morgue of Smiling Corpses, a mortician's routine is shattered when a series of bodies arrive with unsettling smiles, leading to a deadly mystery. Then, in A Library of Cursed Books, Alan, a man desperate for work, takes a job at a prestigious university library, only to find the head librarian's eerie rules and strange whispers from the shelves. Lastly, in A Mansion of Dark Secrets, a woman and her fiancé are trapped in a snowstorm at her in-laws' remote estate, only to discover that her new family harbors terrifying secrets. Each story blends suspense, the supernatural, and dark intrigue for a gripping experience. Smiling Corpses creeps into being on February 16th. Finally, one of our top picks of the month is Nothing Ever Happens Here by Seraphina Novaglass, a thrilling tale of survival, mystery, and betrayal in a quiet American town. In a small Minnesota town, Shelby Dawson is trying to move on after surviving a brutal attack that should have killed her. With the help of her best friend Mackenzie, she starts to feel safe again. But when an anonymous note bearing the same threats as her attackers resurfaces, Shelby realizes her nightmare is far from over. As new evidence emerges and the case goes viral, accidents targeting those close to her make her feel constantly watched. She's left questioning who attacked her and why. Meanwhile, Mackenzie's husband, Leo, who disappeared the same night Shelby was attacked, his mysterious vanishing remains unsolved. A closer look at his finances uncovers hidden debts and active accounts, leading them to suspect he might still be alive. As more people go missing, Shelby is thrust into a race against time, trying to unravel the mystery before her attacker escalates from threats to murder. Nothing Ever Happens Here will be released on February 11th. That's our 10 books for this week. Until next time, you can check out booknotification.com. Book Notification offers an easy way to track your reading lists, follow your favorite authors, and never miss a new release. Our website is completely free to use, and it's packed with features to make your reading life easier. You can follow your favorite authors and get notified whenever they release new books. We send out an email every Tuesday with a list of fresh releases from the authors you love, but that's not all. You can track your reading progress, mark books as read, rate and review them, and even import your data from Goodreads, Calibre, Libby, and more. Want to discover something new? Check out Reader's Roulette for book recommendations, or use our personalized book release calendar to stay up to date with the latest titles. You can even tag books with custom labels, just like on Goodreads shelves, and get tailored recommendations for what to read next based on your current book. Whether you're looking for books in publication or want to see them listed in chronological order, we've got it covered. Plus, all of our authors are audited by real people, so you know the information is accurate. So why not give it a try and join the thousands of readers already using our site to stay on top of their reading game. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week with another 10 books.